missed it. When you were getting ready, you missed it. When you were driving to work, you missed it. When you were making a presentation, you missed it. And you missed it when you were driving back home. Now don't miss it. News through the day from all around in a nutshell. Tune into Headlines Tonight with Saka Jacob. Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Only on Headlines Today.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Headlines Today. I'm Gaurav Sawant. With me is author, columnist, astrologer Anupam V. Kapil. Anupam, welcome on the show. We all watched the event of a lifetime, the solar eclipse of a lifetime. The next time you get to see this, it'll be 123 years later. Now a sea of humanity was at religious places. They were taking a holy dip, whether it was in the Ganges, in Kurukshetra, in Varanasi. We'll of course talk about the impact this solar eclipse could have on your life. The whole of the country, in fact to a very large extent, this part of the world was glued to this celestial blockbuster. Will this have an impact on your life? On this special show, Sun and the Stars, Anupam Kapil will tell us about the impact of the solar eclipse, if at all, positive or negative, on your sun sign. What does this mean for you? Now, according to Anupam Kapil, the last time there was an eclipse of this magnitude, the Mahabharata happened. Remember Jayadratha Vadh? That's the time when Jayadratha was killed. That was immediately after the solar eclipse. What will happen this time? Let's find out. Let's not lose any more time on this. Let's talk to Anupam about the first sun sign, and that's Aries. Will this impact Aries? Now that we've seen the eclipse, will this have an impact?
Not much of an impact in the negative sense, if you're trying to ask me.
Okay.
Aries, it's a good time for you, except on the domestic front. I see some kind of attention you'll have to give to your mother. Health seems to be a little bit of mental depression is not ruled out, but career-wise, November, post-November, you're going to have a good time. And from the people who are wanting to switch jobs, I would ask them to wait till November. Don't take any hurried decisions now. And financially and monetary aspect will be good. Cash flows are going to be good.
Right. Now, how does the solar eclipse, how does moon coming in front of the sun affect somebody's life?
That does, because an eclipse is a very important event. When in Indian astrology, the sun and moon, the sun is known as the father and the moon is known as the mother. When the sun and moon come in front of each other, there is a certain kind of cloud which comes over a person's clarity of thought. And in Hindu Shastras, sun is the sustainer of life. We pray to the sun. Today, when the eclipse, during the eclipse, rising sun was eclipse. It was called Grasodit. So because of that, it is said to be a powerful moment to energize oneself rather than dispensing one's energies and just frivolously sleeping out or doing other activities which are giving away energies. So this is a time to accumulate energies. Different magnetic field, I must add, this has not been pointed out by anybody. When we recite mantras, the magnetic field, like suppose you chant 1,000 mantras, it is equivalent to doing 1,000 yajnas according to the Shastras.
Right. So we've spoken about Aries. Let's now speak about Taurus. What would be the impact of the solar eclipse, if at all, on Taurians?
For Taurus, the period after 10th September is going to improve, and they have been going through some kind of problems in the last 1 year. And this solar eclipse is a good time for them. There's a little bit of struggle remaining, but from the wealth point of view, because the second, third, fourth houses are involved, I would ask them to stay away from the stock market, not take any risky decisions. And from August 20 to September, to be very specific and precise, this is going to be a good time for Taurans. And on the family and health part, education of your child is going to be an important thing. You may think of shifting your child to some expensive or good school. Go ahead with that. And romance remains good and lively. Relationships, for relationships to be good, try to avoid sour feelings and don't get aggressive. That's what point of advice I would like to put.
Right. So good news for Taurians all the way ahead. Up next is Gemini. What is your advice for them?
See, for Gemini, they have also been going through this. Rahu is not placed particularly well. It'll take some time for Rahu to change sometime in November, December, and that will be well. But Jupiter is now going to be aspecting their sign in a favorable way after November 15. And so this is a period where if they're looking for changing jobs, they should, and money will come in, there will be good cash flows, but they should not invest in the stock market, particularly in this week if they are trying to take any speculative stock buying because of the eclipse effect. Don't do so. Just wait for some more time. And July and September, these are the months which are going to be sensitive on the health front. For romance, yes, very passionate times indeed, but emotionally it could be draining. Just take care about that.
Tell me, pre-eclipse and
Right.
post-eclipse, would there have been a change in people's lives or change in their planetary...
No, not really, because the eclipse, it depends on what planet and what house it's taking place in your chart. If it is taking place over your luminaries, like for people who are born under the sign of Cancer and Capricorn, their luminaries are getting affected, and that is why it's going to affect them more powerfully and fundamentally than any other sun sign.
Okay, so up next we talk about Leo, right?
Cancer.
Cancer and then Leo.
Right.
So what about Cancer? You said they're going to be affected.
Yeah, this is a very powerful moment in their life. Their fundamental nature of thinking, their thought processes, everything undergoes a sea change. Nothing remains the same as before. If there are old relationships, you might just happen to see that they're suddenly breaking off. If you're in a job, suddenly you might find that you no longer feel that job, you relate to that job. You might want to, but I would ask you to refrain from, taking that decision as of now. Just wait for some more time. I would say, let's say about 4 or 5 months, and then you can take that decision. The elder brother or sister, siblings' health could be a bit of a problem. And on the family front, you are expected to be mentally tense and restless. But don't worry, I would advise you to do a little bit of dhan. Now that the eclipse is over, a little bit of jaggery, wheat, rice, white til and black til. It can be given on as dhan. Now many people, as we saw at Kalahasti, a lot of people were doing annadan and all. You might want to question, many people sitting here, the scientific community was, maybe the rationalist people were saying there's nothing in this.
Yeah.
But I want to connect that portion.
Okay.
There are 5 things by which you can change your fate. One is by the grace of God. One is by changing your name, not the letters of the name. Changing your name completely when you're under an adverse spell.
Okay.
A third is by your own karma. That is the most important thing.
Right.
And the 5th thing is by japa and tap. By jap, I mean penance, recitation of mantras, words of power.
Right.
And the other thing is dhan, annadan. So
that
when you give it
usually
away
helps in life anyway. What about Leo? Tell us more about Leo.
Okay, I'll come to the why it helps and
Okay.
the karmic part of it. How
Sure.
it? I'll quote Aurobindo Ghosh and Swami Yoganand Paramans on that. About Leo, it's going to be a good time for them, but again, it's going to be only after November, December that everything will go their way. Big promotion is also expected. 2010 is going to be very good. Again, my advice is to stay away from speculation. Anyway, Leons are just a little impulsive. December 2009 to Jan 2010, very good financially if you still want to go ahead and take chances. Health-wise, see, in this eclipse, the sun, the ruler of the Leo sign is sun, and that itself was getting eclipsed.
Right.
So here Leo is afflicted because this happened in their 12th house. So the expenditures are going to increase. Visits to the hospital are indicated either for your own self or for somebody else. Family life will become smoother after 10 September, that I can assure you. October is a slightly disturbing month.
Up next is Virgo. What's your advice for those whose sun signs Virgo?
See, Virgo, this eclipse is again going to be in a good way, but people who are in either people who are in the number 1 spot, they might fall away from it if they are not careful. A dependable friend may not be available any longer.
Okay.
So, and there is a great tendency to snap off this relationship. I would advise you not to, because this particular friend is going to get you connected to influential people. It is going to be your loss. As far as wealth is concerned, not a time to take risks. 3 months are good right now, so capitalize on it, but not beyond that. Family and happiness. Family has been a little bit of concern of late, and I think I would advise a good fitness regime for them. And on the love and romance part, love and relationships have been a little bit under strain. but they're going to remain cordial till November.
Okay, we need to quickly, Anupam, slip
Right.
into a break. When we come back after the break, we'll talk about Libra, Scorpio, and the other sun signs that we haven't spoken about so far. We'll also talk about some of the VVIPs, some celebrities that you and I would perhaps want to know about. How will this solar eclipse affect their life, if at all? Stay with us.
Her statements,
I'm better than Shah Rukh Khan.
her insight,
And Daler Bandi singing a South Indian song?
her humor,
North Pole? South Pole? No, the pole that has Mallika dancing around it.
her curiosity,
Why Abhishek is ignoring John Abraham?
her claws,
Ominous spell.
her panache,
Tantras is talking about who else? Mallika Sherawat.
Grandstand, weeknights at 8:30 p.m. only on Headlines Today.
सेंचुरी प्लाई अब GSS 145 के साथ शक्ति और भरोसे का अटूट जोड़, मजबूती की मिसाल, नया सेंचुरी प्लाई।
सफेद मुस्लिम, कपिकच्चू, अश्वगंधा, शिगरू, अमला, गोकफुर, जयफल, कोकिलाक्षा, शिलाजित, नवरसभरी आयुर्वेद औषधि मूलम से बनाया हुआ एक अद्भुत मिश्रण है।
मुस्लिम पावर एक्स्ट्रा इंडियन हर्बल अफ्रोडिसियास।
सालों से बिना पार्श्वरी, बिनानी सीमेंट, ख्वाबों को एक चेहरा दे। बिनानी सीमेंट, सदियों के लिए।
Just dial 6999999 6999999 or log on to justdial.com for just about anything.
Let's party.
Have the time of your life. Have the time. Have the time. Have the time of your life.
Silo. He is blind in real life, but will see in real life.
मिशन तो पूरा होगा।
The choice of young India.
रुकना मैंने सीखा नहीं, फिर तबीयत खराब हो, जैसे दर्द से बदन टूटे, तो मैं रुक कैसे जाऊं? इसलिए मेरा भरोसा, मेरा क्रूसिन।
I will not let him turn my house into a whorehouse.
I am a prostitute.
News never stops, time never halts, and life does not have a rewind button. But if you missed something on Headlines Today, catch it on our website, headlinestoday.in. News at your convenience, on your TV and on the net. News never stops. Headlines Today. An audacious attack that shook the nation. For 60 days, the men in olive battled on icy peaks against grave odds. Headlines Today's Gaurav Savant covered the war from the front line. 10 years on, he returns to see if India has learnt its lessons, because we cannot forget Kargil. Special coverage all through the day on July 26th, only on Headlines Today.
मुन्नी, one sec. हाँ बोल. कोई प्रोटेक्शन बिना? पहले बता कब हुआ? The time. Pregnant हो गई तो सीधा abortion. Understand?
आई पिल इमरजेंसी कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल 72 घंटों के भीतर एक गोली अनचाही प्रेगनेंसी रोक सकती है। अबॉर्शन से अच्छा है प्रेगनेंसी को रोकना, है ना?
आप भी अपना बिजनेस justdial.com पे फ्री में रजिस्टर करवाइए। 699999 699999 जस्ट डायल पे है जिसका नाम, उसके पास है काम ही काम।
He is blind in real life, but will see in real life.
मिशन तो पूरा होगा।
टेक्नोलॉजी ने हमें अनफिट बना दिया है।
ओह, बीवी का फोन है। एक्सक्यूज मी। हेलो, I'll call you back. मैडम,
कैमरा।
ये मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी रोज सब बात करते हैं 1-1.5 घंटा।
अब किस डॉक्टर ने कहा एक ही जगह में चिपक के बात करो? Just walk when you talk.
Walk when you talk. Hello?
हमारे boy, walk when you talk, walk.
Walk and talk, talk and walk, walk and talk.
Walk when you talk.
और जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं कि एक आइडिया पे चल पड़ा है इंडिया।
नेक्स्ट पेशेंट को भेजना।
कोई नहीं है, सब फिट हो गए। वॉकिंग, टॉकिंग, व्हाट एन आइडिया सर जी।
Walk and talk, talk and walk, walk and talk.
वॉक व्हेन यू टॉक। मारो अभी मक्खी।
ये दूरियां, इन राहों की दूरियां, निगाहों की दूरियां, हम राहों की दूरियां, फना हो सभी दूरियां।
We gather stories from the ground.
This is a group of terrorists who are trained and armed.
India needs to remain vigilant and secure.
You are not only being cheated on a daily basis in the name of milk, but actually being poisoned on a daily basis.
This year, the Indian Premier League might have the body, but the soul is just not there. Our police was ill-equipped and untrained to deal with such a terror attack.
Questionable quality of the bulletproof vest probably had some role to play in that.
The AWACS would be a force multiplier. A mean surveillance machine that can see everything that flies within 400 kilometers.
Ground Zero, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. on Headlines Today.
Welcome back to the Headlines Today special Sun and the Stars. What impact will the solar eclipse have on your stars? We're talking about that, but let's now talk about the impact on the country. Yesterday on the show, you said this will affect parts of India or elements within India adversely.
Yeah.
How and why?
Yesterday we had predicted that this eclipse is taking place in the third house of India's chart. The third house indicates neighbors, our neighbors. The railway system I had spoken about will have some problem. And today we had this news coming in of this girder again breaking at the metro site, and one person has been killed.
Right.
So we cannot exactly predict, but we can predict the trend, what is happening, and this is to be reflected as seen in today's incident. Now let us see what's going to happen in India further. This eclipse is going to have far-reaching effects on the country and the political leaders. Stock markets are going to be volatile this week. Real estate prices should stop dropping now. I mean, they will start stabilizing after November. Gold prices will rise in the third quarter because an eclipse has an effect for 6 months. And after 6 months, I think investments in gold are going to be good. The western and northern part of India is going to suffer, Maharashtra and Saurashtra in particularly, because this eclipse has taken place in Cancer, also affecting the opposite sign, that is Capricorn. And the railways and communication system has to be protected, and government and people in general will have a minor period of suffering for 3-4 months.
Right, so that's where the nation needs to be a little careful. But let's now talk about the sun sign Libra.
Okay, quickly running through Libra. Professionally, times are looking up for you. There is going to be some kind of happiness in the family life, and October is going to be a tense month for romance. However, the later part of the year is going to be good.
Scorpio?
Yeah, Scorpio, career looks after September 10. Saturn changes for you. Cash flows improve. Avoid speculative decisions for the moment. And good news on the family front. To summarize it very quickly.
Okay, Sagittarius.
For Sagittarius, a lot of mixed influences is seen. This eclipse would have been utilized by some people who are jealous of you to do evil kind of influences on you. I believe in the evil eye, by the way. Wealth and cash flows will improve, but see that you don't get your money stuck in somewhere. Father's health needs care and attention. Take care. And relationships, the next 7 months is a time to lie low now. They've had a pretty good time on the relationship front.
Okay. Yeah. Capricorn is up next.
Yeah, for Capricorn, as I said, Cancer and Capricorn are the most affected by this eclipse. Relationships, wife's health, if you're already married, this could be under a bit of a strain. And losses are possible either by cash or speculation. And business trips or pleasures, if you're doing any of these, do some Shanti Puja.
Okay. Aquarius.
For Aquarius, a little bit of struggle till November. Good career opportunities come, and the change of Jupiter after December is going to be very good for the career front. Promotions are indicated. Health is going to be adversely affected due to the eclipse. And love and relationships, good till September. And October is some personal problems in relationships.
Right. And the last sun sign that we haven't spoken about yet is
Pisces.
Pisces.
Pisces is going to have a mixed time. It's a watery sign. The career prospects are going to improve. But it suggests that they should not take major decisions this week because they're going to be irrational. And though their expenses threaten to go haywire, there's going to be expansion on your business front. Regular visits to the doctor will that is indicated, but nothing to worry. Everything will get solved on a positive note. And romantic front, rough time and misunderstandings. I would recommend you to worship Lord Shiva and Parvati.
Right. You've actually been emphasizing the worship of Lord Shiv. Now, how does solar eclipse? Again, let me come back to being a rationalist, right?
Right.
This is a celestial movement.
Right.
It happens.
Absolutely.
The sun is there, the earth is there, the moon is there. The moon is going to come in between, and you'll have a solar eclipse.
Right.
So how does that affect, let's say, any sun sign?
These as I said, it is eclipsing the sun and the moon. Especially people born under the sign of Cancer and Capricorn are getting more affected. And you would have observed that the temples were also shut. So the reason for the temples to get shut is when the sun and moon are the major luminaries. When they get eclipsed, they are considered to be impure.
Okay.
Impure maybe for other reasons, not for superstitious reasons. Because when the eclipse comes and you're praying at the sun, the sudden release of energy is going to cause blindness. Maybe the ancients were aware of this, but it has been reduced to a superstition over the ages, unfortunately.
Okay. You've also done a study on how the solar eclipse would or could impact celebrities that we love to read about or see on television. People like Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Aishwarya Rai. What's your research on them?
Right. For Amitabh Bachchan, this is a good time. He's a master number 11, but he'll be getting a lot of good offers. But my suggestion to him is to be very selective and choosy, because health is going to be under a lot of pressure. For Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, this is also good. 2000 till 2011, it's a very, very good time for her. And 2010 is an excellent time. She wouldn't get a better time than this to have a baby. I'm making it very short because we are running out of time.
Of course, while we talk about Aishwarya Rai, I think Abhishek Bachchan is also someone that you'd done a study on.
2010 to 11, we will see him much in action, getting better roles and also trying to match up to his good potential, what he has.
Okay.
As far as Salman Khan is going, I would just wrap up in one sentence. There'll be another love in his life, and because he's always accused of being violent in love. And that is what keeps happening, because Mars and Venus make a very deadly, passionate and violent combination, which many girlfriends are not able to take.
Okay. What about our politicians? People like, let's say, our Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, or Sonia Gandhi, or Rahul Gandhi. What is your study on them?
See, for Sonia Gandhi, barring health, because she is a Cancer ascendant to where the eclipse is taking place, some betrayal of some loved one, which we may not come to know in a public domain, you know.
Okay.
And she needs to be careful of her health. Somebody in the family may fall ill. As far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, I see him shaping up well. 2010, as I told you, is the year where he can get married. There may be some controversy on some account of miscommunication or trusting the wrong person. As far as the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh is concerned, I told on your last show last year also that he would be Prime Minister and he would have health problems, which he did have last year. And again, I'm telling you, these are little dicey times for him. These next 6 months, he has to be very careful of health. If he's able to tie to, it's a good time.
Well, dicey times for him, I'm sure he knows that. But for the moment, Anupam Kapil, thank you very much for being a part of this show. We need to slip into a break. That's all we have for you on Sun and the Stars in this bulletin. But news and updates continue on Headlines Today. Stay with us. The martyrs of Kargil have been insulted.
Oh, it's not a thing which should be celebrated. That fight was on our territory. So we should celebrate for what? It is only NDA which may celebrate it.
And anyone who is talking in such terms is an absolutely deranged mind.
So you're politicizing the Kargil war. It might have been anyone's fault. The fact of the matter is there was an aggression. These brave soldiers fought the enemy. They vanquished the enemy.
I wish the Prime Minister hears this. I wish Sonia Gandhi hears this and they apologize to the nation.
Join Rahul Kanwal as he takes up the issues that matter on Center Stage. Weeknights at 9 p.m. only on Headlines Today.
सेंचुरी प्लाई अब GSS 145 के साथ शक्ति और भरोसे का अटूट जोड़, मजबूती की मिसाल, नया सेंचुरी प्लाई।
बदला दे, कोई तो हमें बदला दे, डरते डरते मरते मरते मैं पढ़ूंगा क्या, बदला दे, कोई तो हमें बदला दे।
सेंचुरी प्लाई, सब सही, मस्त रहे। सेंचुरी प्लाई अब GSS 145 के साथ शक्ति और भरोसे का अटूट जोड़, मजबूती की मिसाल, नया सेंचुरी प्लाई।
एक गोली डाली, 5 खाली, सिर पे तानी, खोपड़ी का।
What is the trait you hate in yourself?
That I'm completely disorganized about my life. They don't have a temper. Strangely, I'm humble and arrogant at the same time.
What is the quality you hate in others? Meanness? Let me think about it. I hate user-friendly people. I just can't bear them. Personal thing you would like to be reincarnated as? I guess Steven Spielberg.
If I had to be another species altogether, then probably a dolphin.
On what occasion do you lie?
When there's absolutely no way out.
It just happens, I don't know.
Whenever it's necessary. When you don't want to hurt people.
If I have come to this interview, I will speak truth and only truth.
Come. Sit.
Maybe actually, I get great you did.
Oh God. I have 5 tattoos.
Over the camera. Waiting for the reaction.
Catch us Saturday 7 p.m. Sunday 1 p.m. on the couch with Joel.
This is the TV Today Network, and you're watching Headlines Today.
It's a celestial event of the century. India wakes up to a total solar eclipse, an event that won't happen again till 2132.
China also witnesses celestial spectacle. Shanghai plunges into darkness for longest solar eclipse of the century.
The eclipse sparks religious fervor across the country. Pilgrims from Allahabad, Varanasi and Kurukshetra for a holy dip.
But disaster strikes Varanasi. One woman is killed in a stampede during the holy dip in one of the ghats.
And Delhi Metro hit by another mishap. One worker killed after a beam falls at an under construction site at Punjabi Bagh. Hello and welcome. You're watching Headlines Today. I'm Gaurav Sawant. There's a big breaking story happening at the moment. There's been a stampede at Varanasi. This stampede happened during the solar eclipse holy dip. One woman has died in this stampede at Varanasi. That's the story that's just coming in.
Absolutely. In fact, the stampede took place at the Dashwamedh Ghat in Varanasi. Lakhs of devotees, remember, had gathered at these ghats for a holy dip. It was during this that a stampede took place. Several people are reported injured, but one woman has been killed in that incident. Our correspondent Kartikeya Sharma is present at the spot. He's joining us with an update. Kartikeya, what triggered the stampede?
I think it's a lack of vigilance on part of the administration that triggered the stampede, because the stampede took place in the old Ghat. There are two Dashashmedh Ghat in Banaras. One is the new one, which has been recently decked up, and it was also taken care because of the preparation. As I had gone to the new Ghat yesterday, there were also my preparations for the VVIPs there. But the old Ghat was left as it is. There was no vigilance part of administration that as to how many people can be fitted into a Ghat. And there was no column being made for entry and exit. And because of that, a lot of women and children became casualty of it. They have been hospitalized. One woman has been confirmed dead by the administration. I was able to speak to one of the eyewitnesses, and he said that the worst part was that even the crowd, the people who had been working there, didn't even realize that the stampede had taken place, because these women had fallen down and the crowd was walking on top of them. Because after that they realized that what had happened, the women were fished out, the body had to be fished out of the people who had lost consciousness. Now administration has rushed in, the IG has reached the spot, even DIG is there with the local city SG, and ambulances are also there on the Ghat right now.
Kartikeya, it was expected lakhs and lakhs would come to Varanasi, they would come to the Dashashmedh Ghat for a holy dip. Why is it that administration did not take proper steps?
I think plainly and simply that the whole concentration, or you can say the whole attention, was taken up by the new Ghat. And I also witnessed that yesterday, Gaurav, because ultimately the local VVIPs were supposed to congregate there. They were supposed to see the solar eclipse from the new Ghat. That is why most of the attention, deployment, force deployment, even ambulances, people managing exit and entry points were all deployed in the new Ghat. Now, when this eyewitness, what this eyewitness told me, he said that none of these people were to be seen in the old Ghat. And let me tell you, old Ghat is very, very frequently visited, or can we say is overcrowded, because of the fact that poor people come to this Ghat. Because actually it is this Ghat which finds mention in a Puranic literature, and that is why it gets overcrowded. And this was, I wouldn't hesitate to say, overlooked by the administration.
All right, very disturbing news. They're coming in from Varanasi. One woman killed in an accident, in a stampede, in fact, at the Dashashmedh Ghat in Varanasi. Kartikeya Sharma, thank you very much for joining us with the very latest. In fact, there is some more disturbing news, and this time it is from Delhi on the day of the solar eclipse of the century. The Delhi Metro also had an accident. In fact, remember, the DMRC is going through a very bad patch. Just 10 days after the horrible accident at Zamrudpur in South Delhi, there's been another incident. One labourer has been killed as a girder fell at a metro site. And of course, this time this happened in Punjabi Bagh in West Delhi, as an iron girder, like we told you, gave way and fell at an under construction site in Punjabi Bagh. One labourer has been killed in this accident. The fear is that it was negligence once again on the part of the contractors which led to this tragedy. This is the third incident in 2 weeks involving the Delhi Metro. So far, 7 people have been killed in these accidents. Many more have been injured. One labourer killed in the latest accident. Of course, the DMRC has always prided itself on its safety record. But this incident, today's incident, took place at 5:45 in the morning at Ashoka Park in Punjabi Bagh, when the labourer was hit by an iron beam. Our correspondent Tavleen Singh is with us on the phone line. Tavleen, one labourer has been killed, but in spite of that, the DMRC insists it was not a case of negligence. Not too much should be made out of this incident.
Yes, Padmaja. In fact, DMRC says it's a minor accident because it was actually not a girder which had fallen down. It was a beam which was being shifted by these 4-5 labourers when the work was being done early in the morning at 5:45 a.m. And it was during that shift of the beam that beam hit that one of the labourer on the shoulder and on his head, which is why when he was rushed to the hospital, he died. No doubt, DMRC saying that yes, it is a tragic incident because they've lost one more labourer in this mishap. But they continue to say that it's not a big accident because the girder did not fall. It's not. There is no there's no structural collapse. If you talk about the if you talk about this metro line which is supposed to fly from Indralok to Munta, there's no structural collapse. Padmaja, let me say that once again because the girder is still there. It was the iron beam which actually fell down. It was the iron beam which fell on the labourer, which is how he died. We are at the spot right now, and all the precautions have been taken. The site has been cleared. the laborers who were there, they have not been, as in we've not been able to speak to them because they're not talking to us. But they're saying that there's no need to worry because all precautions are now being taken. But yes, it definitely puts a question on the you know on DMRC about the quality of work, about the speed of work. But at the same time, we cannot deny the fact that it is definitely not a big accident, but. Because the girder, as it has fallen in Zamrudpur, is still here. It's not that big an accident, but yes, the beam which fell, one laborer has died.
So is this lack of effective supervision? Is it because DMRC is racing against deadlines? They're not following the standard operating procedures. There is no supervision. Is that why such accidents are happening?
Absolutely, Gaurav. This is a very, very important question, and like everyone has waited since the time that Zamrudpur accident happened, and there have been several inquiries which have been ordered into that accident, and the CAG report will have come, which has clearly said that somewhere or the other, the DMRC has compromised on the quality to meet the deadlines, to meet the Commonwealth deadlines, which is why these kind of things are happening. Because in the first phase, Gaurav, we saw there was not even a single accident reported. If the work was meticulously done, it was absolutely error-free. And in the second phase of line, there's so many incidents that have already happened. So it really poses a very, very tough questions that DMRC needs to answer.
For the moment, Tavleen Singh, thank you very much for joining us. We will, of course, come back to you for more. The Metro needs to do some serious soul searching. Why are accidents taking place? They're no longer too few and far between. But let's get back to our top story. Let's take you back to Varanasi. One woman has been killed in a stampede. There are several who are understood to be injured. These are the first visuals that are coming in from Varanasi, visuals that you are about to see on your television screens. These are visuals of Varanasi. A large number of people had assembled there to watch the solar eclipse, to take a holy dip in River Ganga. There was security at the new ghats, but almost no security, almost no supervision at the old ghat, at the traditional ghats, and that is where the accident took place. That is where the incident took place. These are first visuals that you see on your television screens.
Absolutely. In fact, you can see all the belongings scattered along around of the people who were caught in that stampede. One woman was killed. Several more are injured. They have been rushed to nearby hospitals. But of course, there is absolute chaos. Even the eyewitnesses are saying that there was absolutely no police presence. No arrangements had been made at the old ghat. Most of the VIPs were expected to come to the new Dashashwamedh Ghat, because of which all the police were deployed only at the new ghat.
वो गिर के यहाँ भीड़ में कुचड़ के खत्म हो गई। हमारी भतीजी के साथ आई थी, हम आए ससुराल से, वो आई थी माँ से, पियर की ताई है। हाँ, नगला दानी। साथ में जो मरी है उनके नगला दानी। अच्छा। गाँव भीड़ में कुचड़ गई। भीड़ में कुचड़ गई। भीड़ में कुचड़ गई। हाँ, मौत हो गई। गंगा देवी, नगला दानी। आपने अपनी आंखों से क्या देखा है? हमने भीड़ ही देखी, कुछ नहीं देखी भीड़ में। भीड़ में कुछ नहीं देखी।
Okay, joining us on the phone line from Varanasi is PC Meena. He is the Deputy Inspector General of Police of Varanasi. Mr. Meena, can you take us through what happened? Mr. Meena, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
What happened? How did this accident take place?
एक्चुअली यहाँ पे आज बहुत भीड़ ज्यादा हो गई थी, इसलिए एक महिला की दम घुटने से रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम से उसकी डेथ हुई है और 4-5 महिलाएं घायल हुई थी। दे आर ऑल राइट। अब कोई ऐसी भगदड़ जैसी कोई बात नहीं है।
जी, ये कहा जा रहा है कि भगदड़ मची, देयर वाज अ स्टैम्पीड और ये कुचल गई महिला।
कुछ नहीं, ये सब गलत बात है। हम सब मौके से बोल रहे हैं अभी, भगदड़ ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। केवल दम घुटने से महिला की मृत्यु हुई थी, ये गलत अफवाह फैलाई जा रही है।
मिस्टर विनायक, ये कहना चाहते हैं कि और जो लोग हैं उनमें कोई घायल नहीं हुआ है, सिर्फ एक महिला की मौत हुई है दम घुटने की वजह से, और कोई घायल नहीं है?
6 महिलाएं घायल हुई है, वो सब ठीक है।
तो वो घायल कैसे हुई अगर कोई भगदड़ नहीं मची?
उनको सबको रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम है और कोई चोट नहीं है उनको किसी तरह की।
जी मीना जी, जो हम आई विटनेस से सुन रहे हैं, जो लोग वहां पर मौजूद थे, वो ये कह रहे हैं कि पुलिस का कोई भी प्रबंध नहीं था। जो पुराना दशाश्वमेध घाट है उसके ऊपर, आप क्या कहेंगे?
नहीं, पुलिस की पूरा इंतजाम था, पुलिस पीएससी जल पुलिस पूरी लगी हुई थी। लोगों का कहना गलत है, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं थी, अब सब कुछ नॉर्मल है वहाँ पे।
जी मीना जी, आप ये कह रहे हैं कि वहाँ कोई भगदड़ नहीं मची थी, कुछ एक महिलाएं थी जिनको रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम थी, इसी वजह से उनका दम घुटा, पर जो हमारे पास विजुअल्स आ रहे हैं उनमें साफ तौर पर दिखाई दे रहा है लोगों की चीजें बिखरी पड़ी हैं, जगह जगह पर थैले पड़े हैं, चप्पल जूते पड़े हुए हैं, साफ दिख रहा है कि वहाँ पर भगदड़ जैसा माहौल तो था।
मेरी बात ऐसा कि सूर्य ग्रहण के बाद लोग अपने कपड़े दान करते हैं, चप्पल उतार के स्नान करते हैं, वो सब चप्पल कपड़े हैं, ये सब सीन गलत दिखाया जा रहा है। लोग ग्रहण के बाद नहाते हैं, कपड़े दान करते हैं, वही सब कपड़े दिखाए जा रहे हैं, इससे कोई बात नहीं है।
Ji, Mr. Meena, thank you very much for speaking to Headlines today. That was PC Meena, DIG of the Varanasi range, speaking to Headline today. Scorching, in fact, all those reports, in fact, implying that there was no stampede at all. In fact, the woman who has died, it was because of a respiratory problem. The visuals we are telling you again suggest something quite to the contrary. Our correspondent Kartikeya Sharma is now joining us on the phone line. Kartikeya, very strange. The DIG is saying there wasn't any stampede. It was just one woman who developed some respiratory problems and died because of it. How much truth do you think is there in that claim?
I really don't buy his argument, Padmaja, and I'll put it on record. I really don't buy his argument because when I went to the Dashwamedh Ghat, it was one thing which was very clear, that it was overcrowded. There was no crowd management, and I had clearly mentioned last time also, even the exit and entry points were not being managed. And the reason which was given to us by the locals, by the shopkeepers, by the people who work on the ghat, that the attention of the administration was primarily on the new Dashwamedh Ghat, which is the VVIP Ghat from where solar eclipse today was witnessed. So primarily the attention of the administration was there. So the rest of the ghats were almost unmanned, because when I was trying to leave the spot to rush to my OB with these visuals, at that point of time I saw DIG, IG, ambulances and police personnel rushing to the spot. And if that was the reason, Padmaja, that it was a case of a simple respiratory problem, I really don't think that it begets an IG and a DIG to run to the spot. I don't think it takes place someone passes away because of a respiratory problem. Obviously, they were intimated of the overcrowding. And let me tell you that the stampede, in a very restricted way, he's trying to explain a stampede. I would say the stampede was product of overcrowding, not of running. The various types of stampedes, it has been witnessed number of times, whether it's football matches. It doesn't require you to run over other people. You just overcrowd a place and people can't breathe. You overcrowd old women, and obviously they will not be able to hold forth in front of the young men. So obviously this was the reason why this death took place and the people are hospitalized.
Absolutely. Kartikeya Sharma, thank you very much for joining us with those details. One woman has died in a stampede in Varanasi. Several more are reported injured, but the administration is insistent that this was not a stampede. It was not an accident. There was no lapse on their part. It was only a few ladies developing respiratory problems. Why are they trying to hush up the issue? With that, we have to slip into a very short break at this point. But coming up in just a bit, we get you a debate on the eclipse of a lifetime. We are going to pit the rationalists against the people who believe that this has very important religious significance. Stay tuned for that debate.
An audacious attack that shook the nation. For 60 days, the men in olive battled on icy peaks against grave odds. Headlines today's Gaurav Sawant covered the war from the front line. 10 years on, he returns to see if India has learned its lessons, because we cannot forget Kargil. Special coverage all through the day. July 26th, only on Headlines Today.
एक गोली डाली, 5 खाली, सिर पे तानी, खोपड़ी खाली।
The choice of young India.
बंदर देखा, हाथी देखा, बारहसिंघा और चीतल देखा, मोगली के जंगलों में
शेर खान को देखा।
पचमढ़ी सतपुरा का अजूबा, भोपाल लेक में सूरज डूबा, मंडू का जहाज महल और मार्बल का पहाड़ देखा, महाकाल मंदिर में पूजा, फोटो खींचा जाके ओरछा, ग्वालियर के किले में भटका खजुराहो ने दे दिया झटका पूर्वजों को मिलने जुलने जा पहुंचा मैं भीमबेटका ट्रेन की चुक चुक सुनते सुनते आ पहुंचा मैं सांची स्तूपा सांची की शांति में खुद के अंदर झांक के देखा हिंदुस्तान का दिल देखा हिंदुस्तान का दिल
The heart of incredible India, Madhya Pradesh.
क्या आपको कभी किसी महिला के साथ छेड़खानी करने पर तमाचा पड़ा है?
होगा सच का सामना आज रात 10:30 बजे स्टार प्लस पर।
Missed it. When you were getting ready, you missed it. When you were driving to work, you missed it. When you were making a presentation, you missed it. And you missed it when you were driving back home. Now don't miss it. News through the day from all around in a nutshell. Tune into Headlines Tonight with Saka Jacob. From Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Only on Headlines Today.
Welcome back. Well, of course, there have been two very disturbing incidents today on the day of the eclipse of a century. There has been a stampede in Varanasi because of which one woman lost her life. And then again, in the national capital of Delhi, we've seen another accident at a metro construction site. One labourer losing his life over there. Of course, it would seem that a lot of people would be saying that this cannot be a coincidence. There has to be some connection between the accidents and the solar eclipse. What would you say?
I would say there's some merit in the argument because Sridharan's horoscope incidentally must be afflicted. Sridharan's birthday, according to the Tamil calendar, the first accident of the metro, this thing coincided with that. And now there were two eclipses also 2 months back. And all these 3 or 4 accidents which are taking place, they are not able to explain the reason because of that. Even the government committee is absolving them of the charges of gross negligence.
Okay. The question that we are actually asking is there a link between these incidents, whether it's the stampede, whether it's the metro incident, and of course, and the solar eclipse? Is there a link?
The stampede, I wouldn't ascribe to that because many people would have got killed on that day. But this particular Mr. Sridharan is known for his efficiency and he's a meticulous person. He has gone on record to say, I have done my best possible in this and I cannot explain it. And this is happening so frequently. It is
so what do planetary movements have to do with it? Sana Lidmarku,
it is a significantly higher incidence rate is a little higher than randomness.
You're the president of Indian Rationalist Association. Is there a planetary movement in that will say, okay, a metro bridge will fall or a girder will fall?
Well, I mean, it's a very interesting argument. You know, on an average, we have 60 accidents in Delhi every day. And one accident on the solar eclipse day, the astrologer, poor astrologer, I would say, wants to attribute to the solar eclipse because he wants to enhance the concept of fear connected with, I mean, solar eclipse. Why these people do this thing? Because astrology is a business and it's a declining business. So they want to enhance fear in the minds of people.
Absolutely. Anupam Kapil, actually it would be the easiest thing in the world for everyone who's involved in an accident or in a crime to say, it wasn't me, I didn't do this, it was the planetary alignment.
I want to put I want to address both the questions what he has said, both the suggestions what he's saying. Astrology is not a declining business in the first place. You see all the columns are growing. Rather our concern is that the way astrology is growing, there are not enough competent people to practice it. It should be done with proper validation. And coming back to the metro disaster, we had predicted something yesterday. How can you dismiss it? We were very specific, saying that the third house of India is afflicted and the railways or some will be affected. Okay. This is connected. The metro is connected with that.
Let me at this stage bring in Professor Rajan. Professor V.S. Rajan, you're a scientist. Does this have anything to do with planetary movement? Let's talk for a moment about the metro accident, or let's talk even about the stampede that's taken place. Can it have anything to do with solar eclipse?
See, anybody to predict such a macro phenomena to such a micro small event, I think neither our mathematics nor the amount of data has any relation on that. Because as you know, so many accidents take place, so many deaths. Today, if you are taken in India, one death, but there are so many deaths. I feel sorry for everybody who died, but deaths take place. So to put everything one-to-one to this is very, very difficult to accept it conceptually also.
All right, Anupam Kapil, that puts you in a bit of a corner, doesn't it? Why not?
There's so much of data. We are talking about isolated incidents. The day is not even over. And for the eclipse effect, we have already said that it takes 6 months.
You're saying that there's worse to come?
Yeah, a lot of things. I mean, earthquakes and all. These people were not even. I am talking about the rationalists. Last month there were weather predictions which went awfully wrong, and some astrologer on the Aaj Tak channel was able to predict the correct dates on which the rains are going to come in Delhi. How do you ascribe that? What do you want to say, Mr. Rationalist?
Well, if astrologers can predict the climatic changes or other things, why should we have all this kind of thing? Why they can't predict, for example, not a single astrologer has predicted the tsunami, for example. There was no record anywhere. No single astrologer in the whole world has predicted that thing.
But
that's
answer my question specifically. Yes. How was he able to manage to predict
that's one very, very interesting story. You know, an astrologer could make a simple prediction. Out of 100 predictions that he would make, one by coincidence can be a reality. Anything, if it's yes or no, there's a 50% probability.
But isn't astrology also a science, Professor Rajan?
In July,
isn't astrology also a science?
In July, in Delhi, if you speak about monsoon coming.
Let me for a moment bring in Professor Rajan. Dr. Rajan, isn't astrology also a science?
Modern science, the way we define, it is not.
Okay, Anupam?
Yeah, but he was talking about.
No, is astrology let's start at the beginning. Is astrology a science?
Of course it is.
Or is this just something that people are spreading fear, they're predicting futures?
Not at all. I'm glad that you asked this question, because he was talking about the theory of randomness. It is not 50% in the first place. If it is more than 5 out of 25 times you are going right, there's something more than the theory of randomness at work. And I have predicted the attack on New York in 1999 on 20th Jan in the Sunday Times of India on the front page. I have mentioned the name Osama bin Laden. I have written about September 2011. It is in print. How can you deny that?
Most of the astrologers normally say that I have predicted long back something.
There's evidence.
And very, very interestingly, I have encountered many astrologers who so-called predicted earlier. When an incident happens, they said that I have predicted this thing. Look at the astrological magazines. But there are hundreds and hundreds of predictions every time. And by mere coincidence, out of 100 things, if 2 things happen, they highlight that thing, because it surveys on that thing. If astrology could predict everything beforehand, that means everything is predestined, and they are the custodians of the people who know that thing. That's impossible. That does not.
So is everything predestined, Anupam?
Yes.
Was this metro accident, today's and the one at Jambudpur where 6 laborers died, was it predestined?
See, I am not going to answer the metro thing, because again it's going to raise a lot of stink and this thing.
But you said metro is linked to the planetary movement and the solar eclipse.
It is linked, but let me answer that. Let me take refuge in the comments of Aurobindo, because if we are going to make any kind of observations... let me quote Aurobindo on this. Why are you scared of that? Because this question has been... Yes, you should allow me to speak on this. Because a disciple of Aurobindo, he sent him Kiro's World Predictions written in 1925, and that book was shown to him, and the disciple wrote that many of these predictions have gone true to the letter. What do you have to say on this, Guru? He raised this same question which you are asking me today. Is everything free will or everything is preordained? Because both the things, or everything is destiny. Both the things cannot exist side by side. Either everything is free will or something...
No, but I have to ask you.
I'm concluding. Please let me
If a lot of accidents are predestined and you know they are going to happen, then why don't astrologers come out and prevent them from taking place?
You cannot prevent it, because you stopped me from concluding Aurobindo's this thing. He said, yes, there is a lot. Purva Janma Karma is responsible for a lot of things, and a large number of things are predetermined and preordained. That is where the science of astrology works. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to predict things. Precisely, I'm supporting my argument by quoting Aurobindo. I'm quoting Swami Yoganand Paramhans. I mean, I don't think the rationalists are of that caliber at all.
Come on.
itching to respond to that.
You have to listen for one thing.
Of course.
It's, about Kairos predictions. There's a very interesting story.
Why don't we talk about Kairos predictions?
No,
In a
one
moment,
second,
we need to quickly slip into a break. We have to take this break. It's a very short break, but don't go away. On the other side of this break, we'll continue talking to Professor Rajan, Sanal, and also Anupam Kapil, whether these accidents, whether the solar eclipse had anything to do with these accidents. Stay with us here on Headlines Today.
Her statements,
I'm better than Shah Rukh Khan.
her insight.
And the layer when